Today, I want to chat with you about why you should smash the scale and focus instead on non-scale victories to improve your overall health, wellness, and body image. My name is Sheena, and I am a registered dietitian specializing in disordered eating, eating disorders, and helping you to improve your overall body image. So, what is the function of a scale? The scale serves essentially one purpose, which is essentially never what we use it for. So, the scale is designed to measure your gravitational pull on this planet. We don't necessarily gain any information about our physical, mental health, or predicted future outcomes from weighing ourselves on a scale. And yet, most of us still tend to be completely preoccupied with this or even obsessed with the metrics that we obtain from weighing ourselves on a regular basis. Now, I first want to dig into some of the reasons why I think you should, in fact, smash your scale. So, reason number one, weighing can become an obsession. So, as humans, we are addicted to find a problem, fix a problem. The beauty of the scale is it always gives us a problem to fix. Either have lower numbers, maintain the same numbers, or don't have higher numbers. Either way, we're constantly trying to fulfill an overarching goal that, for most of us, is not even going to be realistic. So, for example, most of us have weights that are going to change over the course of our lives during sickness and in health, and as we go through different life circumstances. Have you ever noticed that when you step on a scale, it's almost always a disappointment? Very rarely do we step on the scale and see something that we enjoy. And even if we do, that enjoyment is often short lived. And that is because the very action of stepping on the scale is setting us up to pursue something that is ever escalating. So, whether or not our goal is to lose weight or to maintain the same weight, for most of us, when we step on the scale, that weight variable is fluctuating. And even if we see a number that we like, we become attached to the idea of even getting a better number or not allowing that number to change under any circumstances. We become addicted to pursuing the numbers that we think are appropriate culturally on the scale. And the more numbers we see, the more numbers that we need to see. So, thoughts of the scale can begin to preoccupy our day, our weeks, our months, our years, and soon we notice that decades have gone by in which we have been obsessed with getting specific numbers on a scale. Another reason that we should smash the scale is because the readings on the scale are just not a good metric of either our current health status or our future health outcomes. So the scale can tell you nothing about your fat mass to fat-free mass. It can tell you nothing about any chronic conditions that you might have. It can tell you nothing about your lab values that might indicate future health risks. Much better metrics of health are things like lab values, energy levels, and your food consumption throughout the day. So when we get reliant on the scale, we might actually compromise our health because we are not looking at these much better predictors of health outcomes. Well, I do realize that there are correlational studies related to high body weights and specific outcomes of health. I want to remind you that these are again correlational. Another reason that we should smash the scale is that it can decrease our overall body image. Weighing yourself on a regular basis is what I call body checking. And the unfortunate reality about body checking is that we have an insecurity about our body, and we need to check that insecurity to make ourselves feel safe. However, that safety is often short lived or not experienced at all. And the more that we body check, such as by weighing on a scale, the more that we feel the urgency to body check to continue to make sure that we're okay. Weighing regularly, especially obsessive weighing, can lead to things like disordered eating and eating disorders that can certainly have adverse health outcomes. So, what should we measure instead? Instead of weighing yourself on a regular basis, I encourage getting rid of the scale and tracking other health metrics. So, for example, are you getting in a variety of foods throughout the day? If we want to measure something, it's going to be much more conductive to our health to measure something like getting in that food variety throughout the day. That is going to optimize our metabolism and body functions. The next thing that I would recommend that you keep an eye on is, are your lab values in check? How's cholesterol looking? Triglycerides, blood sugars. All of these metrics are going to give us a much better indicator of where we're at health wise, both in the present and for future health outcomes. By the way, one thing I also want to note about lab values is we can change our lab values, improve things like cholesterol, blood pressure, blood sugars, all of those things without ever changing that number on the scale. It all has to do with just improving these non-scale victories that we're going to chat about in this video. The next thing that I want you to check in with yourself at is, are your energy levels high? Are you feeling energized throughout the day, or are you feeling foggy, drowsy, and demotivated? Are you eating regularly throughout the day? Are you having breakfast, lunch, dinner, and a few snacks throughout the day that are going to keep those energy levels optimized and help give you the best chance of getting in a multitude of food groups throughout the day to optimize your health and prevent chronic disease in the future? Another non-scale victory is that we're really able to navigate our hunger in fullness. Are we eating when we're hungry, and are we feeling safe stopping when we're full? Are we feeling safe having our favorite foods even if it isn't in the realm of feeling the most extreme hunger? Are we binge eating? When we're not binge eating and we're truly honoring those hunger and fullness cues, that's a really excellent way to celebrate just honoring your body and another non scale victory. When we focus on these non scale victories, it's almost inevitable that we are going to improve our body image because we're not measuring it against this metric that is needing to be continually checked, compared to others, and can become obsessive. We experience food freedom, we have less food rules, and we are more open to getting that comprehensive nutrition that is going to improve our health outcomes long term. We also tend to have better fitness routines because we just have the energy to engage in fitness, and our body is able to build the lean muscle tissue and improve cardiovascular fitness because it is well nourished in a way that we might not be able to do if we're obsessing over the number on a scale. I hope this video was helpful for you. If you found it helpful, please consider liking, subscribing, and sharing it with a friend.